The man's got his own army. He can hit beefcake balls. He was a former putting god, now a driving god. Morning, y'all. Today we're going to look at Coach Lockey's golf swing. I've got some 3D capture of his body and club, and obviously I know his numbers and I've played with him for many a year. Should we discuss the ins and outs of Coach Lockey's golf swing today? Should be fun. So let's start with Matt's swing, talking about lead arm abduction. So lead arm, left arm for right-handed golfer, the one that's leading his swing. How much that comes across the chest is this number we're going to look at in this next part of the video. So if this was 90 degrees, this would be 180 degrees. If I bring my arm across my chest, this would be 0 degrees. Now, as we look at these numbers, so if we look at Coach, he starts at 67 degrees, and then when we get to the top of the backswing, his lead arm abduction is down to 9 degrees. He's got it way across his chest. Then as he starts his downswing, he retains it. If we go middle part of all early downswing, he's 17, so he's gone from 9 to 17, just slightly moving away. And then when we come into impact with Coach, he's 45 degrees abducted, starting at 66. So he's got his left arm more across his chest than when he started. And at the top of the backswing, he's really laying it across his chest and trying to hold it there for a split second as he starts his downswing. Now, if you compare that to someone like me, so I'm starting at 61, similar number to Coach, but if we take me up to the top of my backswing, which is here, I'm 13. He was much more across his chest than me, but I'm still trying to get that arm across my chest. If we go to the mid part, early part of the downswing, I'm 18, and then if we come into impact, I'm 50 degrees. So he is closer to 0 than me. He's constantly trying to extend the gap, if you like, between how much space he's creating, or not space, if you like. So how much kind of stretch he's getting between his body turning and leaving that club behind. Lots of people would know this as lag, but they always think about it in the wrist. You can create angles, you can create that kind of left behind club feeling by how you use your left arm in relationship to your body as well. Just another aspect of the ideas of lags that's been so misunderstood for so many years. Coach is very good at stretching his left arm across his chest. It's certainly going to help for a bit of speed. This gap here.
Oh, crikey.
270, did you say?
This might be a little riser cut ball.
Yeah, riser cut ball.
Cut a bit more, cut a bit more.
Let's look at Coach's body turn, the way he moves his body. It's a classic. So if we look at how much rotation Matt puts in, if we take him to the top of his backswing again, here, so he's closing around 82 degrees with his chest. His pelvis is 33 degrees, or 30 degrees closed, sorry, with his pelvis at the top of the backswing. So this part of him, around 30 degrees, this mid 80 degrees. Now if you compare that to someone like me, I'm closing my pelvis 30 degrees, similar amount, but my shoulders are 68 degrees. So my shoulders are considerably less turned than him. So think about it. He's turning his shoulders more. His club is actually going shorter distance back than me. So I'm turning my shoulders less to get my arms further back. Or am I? Is it my arms or is it my wrists? We'll come on to that as we go on. Now, if we take Matt down into impact, again, what we're going to see, so Matt's impact, he's 51 degrees open with his pelvis, and he's 42 degrees open with his chest. So he's gone from 30 closed to 51 open. That's quite a lot. To give you a comparison, I go from 30 to 41 open, so he's 10 degrees more open with his pelvis than me at impact. And then his chest has gone from mid-80s closed to then coming into impact, where his upper body, his chest, is 42 open. Again, compared to my chest, which is 31. So what Matt is really good at doing, he's very good at kind of doing this movement quite aggressively. So really getting these rotations coming around and going down and up in his body. This is another reason why he's going to be very good at creating some speed. That combined with his lead arm abduction, and obviously they work together, because if he's trying to get his shoulders more open as he comes down much earlier than me, if he can leave his club up there, that's creating great separation, real stretch in his body that he can use to generate that speed, which he does, because you've got to remember, I'm swinging a driver around 105, 106 at best. Cold, I'm 100 to 102. Matt Cold is swinging 112, 113, and warm up in the 117s. He's tour average with his clubhead speed. I'm 5'11", he's 5'9 and a half, probably 5'8 and a half, 5'9", I think he is. He's able to stretch his body in a very positive way to certainly work out where his speed comes from. Turns more, but I have the longest swing. What's going on with the wrist then? Should we have a look? I'm gonna have some lunch first. So let's talk about Coach's wrist angles then, because it's something he's definitely worked on. It's so windy out here. So I've written some numbers down to try and give you an idea of what he does with his wrist. So at the top, Matt is 17 degrees extended to my 9, so I've got a flatter left wrist at the top. He is in ulnar deviation, so that means he has not hinged his wrist up. His wrist is still bent down to the ground at the top of his backswing. This is why we see the shorter backswing than Coach than me, because I've got considerably more radial. I'm into about 15, 17 degrees moving up with my wrist. He's also pronated his left arm more than me, 33 to 26 degrees. So this is why we see Coach in the more laid off position, where for me, I am not moving my left arm this way as much on the backswing, which is much better if you want to get more across the line. It's kind of one of my traits. Then if we go into impact, Matt is 12 degrees extended with his wrist. I'm in 1 degree flexion, so I'm bowing, he's extending his wrist. And then he is still pronated with his lead arm because of the angles he puts in. I'm having to supinate my arm to hit the ball, so I'm hitting the ball this way. He's actually not doing that as much with his arm. So Matt's using his shoulders a lot. He's not afraid to use some lead arm abduction, and he's actually taking his wrists out as much as possible. And what's interesting is, for someone who struggles with up and downs, he used to have a lot more wrist angle in his swing. He's taking loads of wrist out. Wooden man swing ideas. He's trying to not do all this. So think about it, it all adds up for Matt. He wants to get his shoulders opening up and hips really quick on the way down as he tries to lead this arm across his chest. This is all getting this handle down nearer the ball earlier. He also would have had a lot of angle, then taking angle out quite early, which again would have been a massive handle dragger. It's really making it hard for him to control, face the path. He's going to get the big blocks that he gets, and then if he tries to get out of that, he might get some going left as well. You can see it, and the opposite to the way I'm hitting it. So my downswing, I'm not turning my body as much, but I'm trying to get my arm and the club out this side and down earlier, so I can just basically sweep through. There's a lot of good in Matt's action. He's really trying to, he's pushing his body to some good extremes, which is why we see the speed. And then in turn, if he hasn't got the certain club face control, we will see some big lefts and big rights, because with that speed, it's like this wind. A bit wild, isn't it?
Hello, sir.
All right, good coaches of Lockey Land.
How are we?
Very good. I've been studying you all day.
Oh, Alexa's just spoke to me.
You've got Alexa, have you?
Yeah, have you?
No, I've got Siri.
We could call each other through them if you had that.
I've got HomePods, bruh. Not those crap 30 quid speakers, I've got the proper stuff. Right, so your swing, you're uber quick with your body, basically. Your body's like an engine. Like a Ferrari engine. My body's like a bloody broken down Fiesta.
But
reliable, but dead boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more like Maserati that breaks down.
Yeah, you're impressive, and then you're on the sidelines for most of the journey, but you were good when you were going. So it's impressive how much you're turning your body, and then in turn must be the speeds. And I think the most interesting thing for people at home is the amount that you use your left arm across your chest to create what people would think of lag, and how little you're actually using your wrists.
Yeah.
Compared to me, who's using their wrists kind of a lot more in some ways and a lot less as well. I mean, what I think is interesting from me to you is how I try and get set almost on the backswing to hit it, where you're still not afraid, you're still flailing around as you go back to try and create the energy. It's impressive.
Yeah, there's potential in there, isn't there, for greatness.
Well, you said it yesterday when we were filming and we'd captured these numbers and had a quick look at them. You've got more potential to be a tour pro than I have.
Yeah, I've got the ingredients.
Well, you've got the ingredients that's so hard to get, which is the speed one. You've just got the way you're using your body is uber and powerful. It definitely your numbers to me show as well how you struggle with that handle always wanting to get ahead of you. Yeah. Which is then why I think we do see the face the path, where I'm the complete opposite. I'm always getting the club out in front of me, the head of it, and catching up. And again, I think it goes back to what we said in yesterday's video about 300-yard drives or more free putts kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. You are a bit more extreme, but you've got more potential, definitely.
Yeah. Sure. I'll get you one day, don't you worry.
Well, it's Lockey Day happening at the minute, isn't it? So, like, it's all exciting.
Stop.
I've never seen such excitement in comments. But yeah, quite impressive. The sad thing is that post I posted this morning, did you see it, on the putting and the 300-yard drives? I think I moved about 10% or 15% of the audience. The rest are still stuck.
It's hard, isn't it?
Well, I don't get it. Like, how many free putts do you have from 5 or 10 foot? Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
If you are that anomaly, if you are that small percent who free putt from 5 or 10 foot, fix your putting. I get that, but you're not hitting it to 10, 15 foot. You're hitting it front edges, and then.
I had a guy this morning tweet me saying, us amateurs are different to you, though, aren't we?
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, and that's People get lost in the 300. Don't think 300. If you hit it 200 yards off a tee and then all of a sudden you hit it 240, that's a massive gain as well. The 300 is just a random number. Like, it's...
Yeah, and with a shot in your bag.
Yeah.
Which we talked about. Yeah.
Well, I'll keep trying, bruh.
I just said good luck to him.
Yeah, I know. I saw you gave up. I've had 10 years of that and I'm still going strong. I love it. I love it. I will get through to you. I'm going to put it on my gravestone. Sorry you didn't get your handicaps cut. I tried. Cool, I enjoyed that. Let me know if you enjoyed it in that comment section down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you don't subscribe to the channel already as well. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos along these lines. We should do Dan, shouldn't we? We should measure Dan when he's better. See what he's up to. Interesting, I think, with Coach using his body really strongly, really aggressively, powerful way. Definitely struggling to control handle to head relationship, which is what we've seen over the years with his golf, isn't it? And then compared to me, and we'll do a full one on me, which is I'm quite the opposite to him, where I'm not going for speed, I'm always going for that club face control, which again is where, certainly for me, I got it wrong for so many years, and maybe me and my coaches got it wrong for many, many years. I'd much rather have coaches' beefcake balls all day long. Post comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.